Hi, everyone. I'm Gretchen Carlson. Happy Friday and welcome to The Real Story. Well, the White House touting an Obamacare milestone today, now saying some 3 million Americans have signed up since the October launch. The number marking steady growth, but still falling well below the pace to sign up 7 million by the end of March. We're also learning only 11% of those who bought Obamacare didn't have health coverage before, the so-called uninsured. A new study showing most people who shopped for a plan but didn't buy said it was due to the cost. Chief White House correspondent Ed Henry is live at the White House. So, Ed, these numbers don't tell the full story, do they?
They don't. What's interesting, though, from the White House perspective, is they're trying to put out some positive news ahead of that big State of the Union address next Tuesday night, because they're saying that 800,000 people have already enrolled in private insurance in the month of January alone. They know that, but remember, in previous months, they would wait a bit longer before releasing that data. But they've got a big speech coming up. They want to show that they're turning the tide on all of this. But when you ask about whether it's showing the whole picture, what I just pressed Jay Carney on is the data they have not released yet is very important data, which is how many folks who have enrolled have actually paid some premiums. How is all of this going to add up? Here's Jay Carney. When will you release the data, or where are you in the process in terms of releasing how many people have actually paid into the system?
I think the issue here is that the contract is not with the government. The contract, if you, Ed Henry, were to enroll in health insurance through the marketplace and pick a plan, you are engaging in a contract with a private insurance company. So it's something that the insurance company knows if and when it gets payment.
So they're suggesting that's information that will eventually come from the insurance companies, but will be very important data to tell us whether or not all of this is bending in the so-called cost curve, whether money is being saved, as the president has promised all along, Gretchen.
All right. And Ed, also working with Republicans, going to have to be a part of his agenda on health care for sure, and for that matter, everything else. So how are things shaping up with that ahead of the big speech on Tuesday?
Well, Jay Carney was asked about that as well, because it's a balancing act, because, you know, the president in recent days has said he's got a phone and he's got a pen because he can call Republicans and Democrats and try to work with them, but he also has a pen and might do executive action, which might undermine the effort in the State of the Union to say he's willing to work with the other side if he's going to go on his own unilaterally with some of these executive actions. John Boehner, the Speaker of their House, has been saying he not only has a pen and a phone, but has a Constitution, and we'll be reading that closely. Last night on with Tonight Show with Jay Leno, Boehner also added this.
He and I get along fine.
Yeah.
We get along fine, but you know, we come at this our jobs from a very different perspective.
Okay.
You know, I'm right of center. I think he's way left of center.
They're saying he thinks the president's way left of center. A little news from John Boehner as well, saying he's not running for president in 2016. Why? He says that he likes to mow his own lawn, he likes to drink red wine, and he likes to smoke cigarettes, and says he's not changing any of that in order to run in 2016.
I heard that. It's interesting because actually people might like knowing that side of him. But anyway, it might make him more popular. Ed, have a great weekend. Thanks so much.
You too. Thanks so much.
Well.